Hello everyone, my name is Bokos. I'm the head engineer and founder of Grindhouse Studios here in Athens, Greece over the last 15 years. And for those who don't know me as a musician and guitar player, I was in Running Christ for 7 years, and before that I was a guitar player of Nightfall and a couple of more other Greek bands. I'm also the founder, guitar player and vocalist of the band Stone Cold Dead. And in this video we're going to talk about the guitars behind me and share some great stories about them. So let's start with this one. This one is a Fernandes Ravelle 27-inch Baritone. This beautiful red flame top color with a couple of Seymour Duncan pickups. And this actually is a very rare model. Fernandes did only 32 of them, and that's the other color variation over here. And this particular one was used on the latest Warhammer album. Go check them out, they play a very nice death black metal stuff. And also it was used on the upcoming Scandal record, and also on Stone Cold Dead, the Lava Flows album, which actually I used the three of them in the studio, three baritones. That's exactly the same specs, 27-inch with 20 frets. It had exactly the two same with Duncan pickups, but I changed to a Dimebucker pickup with some more spiky highs and more high gain output. Again, it's the same thing with the push-pull thing. It's beautiful also on the back. This is one of my main guitars that I use for the Stone Cold Dead album and for the less high gain tones, and the other one was for the most rocky tones. This one also has a great story. It has toured a lot. I used it a lot in Running Christ, when we toured for the Ayalo. And also this was used by Sakis on the Ayalo recordings. Also when he did the Καταδοτέν When I Have To album. And we go to this one here. That's the Epiphone Jared James Nichols. Very simple, straightforward, rocking, blues power guitar here with the P90. That's a bare knuckle pickup. This one is pretty new to the studio, and it hasn't been used till now, many albums, but very nice Les Paul kind of thing. Over here we have a Dean classic V-shape, very nice V guitar, which was used a lot in Running Christ tour, especially on the US tour we had back in the days. I did some modification on this one. I just swapped out the neck pickup. I put a Dimebucker over here, removed all the knobs, just as straightforward, just one volume. And yeah, it's beaten up. Has toured a lot, and yeah, it's been great and has been used on a couple of solos, some albums here in the studio. Very classic V-shaped guitar. Let's move on to this one. This is a very special to me. That's a solar baritone. And actually this is my first intro as a solar guitar artist. So this was the first one when I joined the solar guitar family. So a little story behind that. Ola had the solo guitars model when he was in Washburn, and after that he did his own thing. He launched the solo guitars, and Greg, the co-owner of the company, got in touch with me and told me, we're doing this new thing, only solo guitars, want to join the family? And I was like, absolutely yes, I'm really, really thrilled to be at the company. The instruments are great. I mean, especially the neck is very, very comfortable. It's very nice. On this one, that's a 26.5 with the maple fretboard. And on this one I put two single jack and P rails, which you can split also over here. It has been used till now on some of my solo recordings. I'm working on a new solo album which is not released yet. It's going to be out hopefully this year or maybe next year. And has also this great Epiphone, one-of-a-kind invention that keeps guitar in tune. If you're not familiar with Epiphone, you have to check them out. It's an amazing technology that keeps the guitar always in tune. And actually all of the solos that I have are equipped with Epiphone bridge. And let's move on to this one, which actually is not an original guitar. It's a Gibson, it's a 79, if I'm not mistaken. Gibson short scale bass, actually it's a 30-inch. And what I wanted to do with it, I converted it to a Baritone 6-string guitar. Jim is from Jimmy's Rock Stuff here in Athens, Greece, did this amazing job. So we put this, I mean the headstock is really great because it's like a classical guitar, it's looking beautiful. So we'll put these kinds of tuners over here. That's a mini humbucker, no other pickup, just one volume, one tone. When I bought it, it was actually only the wood, only the body, nothing else. I didn't have any of the hardware or pickups or whatever, so the conversion was not pretty easy, but Jimmy did an amazing job, and that's for experimenting stuff. It's not so great for soloing because of the neck, but for rhythm stuff and for chords, it's amazing. It truly has a very unique sound. And it's the same scale as the next one that I see now. And that's another very rare instrument. That's a BC Rich special edition baritone. It's 30-inch as well. It's tuned down to E to E, actually one octave down. It's like a bass 6 for those who are not familiar with this one. It's like the old Fender old Squire one, the bass 6 one. Just one pickup, volume, tone, pretty simple stuff. So this one was used on the recordings of Daylight Misery, the latest song they released, a single called Cancer World. Make sure to check this out because this was done for a very, very special cause. You can donate for children with cancer. It has a story about Dimitris who passed away last year from cancer. And on this song, Aaron from My Dang Bride is contributing vocals, Psychic Story for Christ, and also Gas G played an amazing solo on that. Everything was recorded, mixed and mastered here at the studio, and this one of the guitars used for this particular song. Let's go to this one. That's Dean Dime Razorback 6-string V guitar. And actually, this has a great story behind it. Back in the days when I was touring Christ, I was endorsed by Dean for a couple of years. And this is actually, the original one was a black guitar. But the nice thing, not so nice, but it's an interesting story. We were playing in Latin America. We had a show, and the first show was in Peru. We had changed 4 flights, And when when I got just in the hotel, I opened the case and the whole headstock here was ripped off, totally broken. Even the case had a huge hole, and of course I couldn't do anything because we changed 4 flights. Nobody knew what happened and when it happened, and it was like literally 4 hours before the show. And I went to downtown with the promoter to find a guitar store to fix it, because at this time I didn't have a spare guitar with me. And we went downtown, nobody from the original, let's say, shops couldn't do that job, and we found like a market which is an outdoor guitar repair, which the guys were doing classical instruments, classical guitar and stuff like that. And he did it, and he did a great job. He glued the whole thing, the neck here, in like, I don't know, I was waiting like an hour, just only for $10. And I played the show, I played the whole tour with that guitar. And when I came after back home, I just did a repainting job, which was done by Yanis from 39 Custom Guitars. He did an excellent job, kind of Zach Wild kind of thing here. And another indication is that I had changed the tremolo. This actually is a tremolo from the S series, from the Ibanez, the S series, with the double springs on the back. This V guitar was also used by Dallas Power Wade on Niles' video and during the eternal molestation of Flame before I did the new paint job. I'm very connected to this one. It reminds me great stuff on the stage, and especially that one. So huge thanks to that guy in Peru. I don't remember his name, but he did a great job. And let's talk about this great one here. That's the only 8-string I have in the studio. That's a Happas guitar. Huge thanks and huge shout out to Robert and Pavel from Happas Guitar from Germany. Amazing craftsmanship. That's a multiscale 8-string instrument with some maple fretboard. It's really, I mean, you can look at it the whole day, and plays well, plays fantastic well. On the headstock there's a nice here engraved lava flows as a logo. That's the lava flows. It's the debut album of my band Stone Cold Dead. I put a link down below to check it out if you like. And it's so well done. Hipshot tuners and hipshot bridge. Also the pickups are from the company from Happas Guitars. It's very light, it's amazing and very easy to play, and also very unique sounding as an 8-string. You can play a lot of stuff, you can do weird chords as well, not only having the low Q, so it does make sense to have an 8-string, in my opinion. My Deluxe scale 27-inch Baritone solo guitar, 24 frets, lot of tuners, Evertune bridge again. This one was also used on my solo album recordings, which is going to be released hopefully this year, and a couple of records that I did last year with Warhammer. And one more time, I'm so happy being in the Solo Guitars family. Go check them out. They have a huge amount of great models out there. Shootout is Solo Guitars. So this one is a very interesting custom instrument. That's a 7-string flying V, very unique kind of flying V design. And it was actually done in pieces. What I mean, we did first body, and on the neck that happened afterwards. It was this one over here. That was from that Ibanez, the neck that was used on the first, let's say, 1-2 years on this particular guitar. So I used this one on the early days when I was in Nordic Prize 2005 to 2007 for the Santiago tour, which was with the Ibanez neck that I talked about before. And there was a lot of people asking, hey, what's this Ibanez 7-string flying V-wheel looking guitar, which was not actually an Ibanez official one. So after that, we did the neck matched the headstock with the design on the body. And another unique thing that this instrument has, it has a 7-string sustainer pickup from Fernandes, which is really, really rare to find, especially on 7-string. Fernandes was using that on some of the 7-string models, not in the Ravelle shape, but the standard shape that they had. And a lot of great guitar players was using sustainers. Steve Vai was using it, still uses it, Kerry King. So it's great pickups that allows you to have harmonics from that knob here, the skull knob on this custom one. That's a great instrument, and it has a lot of story in that. And unfortunately, it got broken up twice in airports, as the other team that we talked before. And that's why I stopped using it on tour, because I was really afraid that the guitar was gonna broke apart. And when we toured in Russia, we had a flight from Moscow to another city in Russia. The guitar was lost in the airport, so I didn't receive the guitar. I was really scared. Fortunate enough, I got it the next day after, so I'm happy that it came back to me. And after that, I decided not to go on tour again with that one. And it's a unique, one-of-a-kind instrument made by Chris B. It's a Greek luthier, guitar luthier, and he did an excellent job. This one here is a SG, let's call custom model, an Epiphone one. 3 humbuckers, rock sound guitar, used on some projects. Not on the main guitar, but has done the job very, very good. And let's go with that one. That's a Washburn Paul Stanley signature model. Love that bridge kind of design here with the star. And I used this one on the Black Snake, recording of a song Black Snake, which is called All Dead. You can check the playthrough I've done of this song in a link I'll put in the description. This one here is a very unique instrument. It's one of the newest purchases, actually a very, very old one. It's a vintage Silvertone hollow body construction guitar. It has a very unique sound, a lot of combination here. It's got 2 Charlie Christian pickups from Nick Silver. Nick Silver is a Greek designer for guitar pickups. He's doing some amazing stuff. Check him out. It's a very unique sounding instrument for experimentation and for all that rock and blues stuff, but even for heavy tone, bass amazing. This one over here, I think many of you will recognize this Paul Prestige 7-string custom Ibanez, and it's custom painted. And that one was sent to me by Jim Tasikas, guitar player from US band Contrarian. And when I did 2 albums with them on Mix and Master, 2 albums, and he has a great collection of Ibanez guitars. He's an Ibanez freak, let's say. And he had this one in his collection. He said to me, hey, that's like a lava kind of looking one. That one has to go to you. And he sent me this beautiful instrument. It has Ibanez pickups, low pro edge, tremolo. It's very grateful, that kind of 7-string, Steve Vai soloing in more heavy tones. Plays amazing and it looks absolutely fantastic. So, thank you, Jim. And of course, we got a Tele over here that's done by Burretone Guitars. Burretone Guitars, it's a Greek company that makes custom instruments and also has some of its own designs. And that one was used on the Scandal album, which is going to be released hopefully this year. He has done a great job on relic for this one. And sound, the typical Tele sound, a metallic one, can be used on Rockstar and also for attack if you want to have on a metal kind of sound, like a more slipknot attacking sound. One more 7-string from Ibanez, and this is actually an Ibanez, but not released as one from Ibanez. This is my first ever 7-string. It's an RG model. It had 2 humbuckers, tremolo, the tone, and frets. We changed everything. Yanis from Fernandes Custom Guitars did the modification of that. It's fretless now, very unique sounding. Love the sound of the fretless instruments. And it has a spalted maple top, just one lace pickup, one volume, one tone, push pull, and pretty great guitar. And it's nice for experimental stuff. That's the uses of it. You can use it in the studio for doing any weird kind of sounds or playing differently riffs with microtones and stuff like that. So over here we have a Ibanez RG270. That was my first Ibanez ever and was used when I was playing with Nichols. With this one I recorded the whole album, Lisa, and did all the shows with Nichols when I was with the band back in the days, and also all the videos. Classic Ibanez RG instrument. Les Paul kind of thing, 7-string Washburn, 2 EMGs, very heavy instrument, and this one was played by Mark Rizzo when they toured with Max and Nico Cavalera for the Roots album. And Mark came by the studio and did a solo track and used this instrument. One more baritone of the rare Fernandes Baritone guitars. It's a black one, EMGs. It's a 26.5 with 22 frets, and that was the third guitar I used on the Stone Cold Dead record. I did for the rhythm tracking, I did 6 times. So it was used twice, and each of the other 2 times for the other 2 varieties. And this one was particularly used for the heavy tones and mixed with the other sounds. This is a Washburn Solar. Just before Ola did the solar guitars, he was in Washburn. The same shape as the other ones. Again, an Everton bridge. Yeah, and actually this one is, I think, what started all with the solar guitar series that came after. So, besides these stories I just shared with you about the instruments, there's a purpose that we have all these guitars at Grindhouse Studios. We're focusing on low-tune guitars, Baritone guitars, 6-string, 7-string, multiscale, classical ones, any kind of sound that you're looking for, from a vintage rock sound to a modern metal sound, anything in between, we are able to get it now. And in combination with our amp collection, pedal collection, and cab collection that we have, our goal is to provide you with the sound that you're really looking for, has a character, and fits to your music.
Fiery serpent of light.
I hope you enjoyed the talk about the guitars. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time.